Yo, you know what time it is. It's your boy Trevor David Jones back up at it. My Hero Academia Season 6 Episode 22, Friend or Tomodachi for my Japanese speaking audience out there. Another clutch episode. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's jump right in with the positives. So the episode rolls up with Deku strolling up to this mansion, this hotel that they got the info about from Lady Nagant, where all the villains are gathering. Deku rolled up with swag, man, with confidence. I like that. He just pulled up. He had his tattered gear on, ready to go in. They're like, Deku, hold up. He's got the 9 quirks. Just about 9 quirks. He's got the strength of One for All. He just pulled up like, what's anyone going to do to me? I like that. Loved it, in fact. Great part of the episode. So when they get in there, All for One starts taunting Deku with this transponder he has, giving this little message to him, saying, you're the next. I'm over All Might. I'm focused on you now. This message actually shook Deku up a little bit, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So, of course, the transponder, straight Inspector Gadget style, has a bomb in it and just blows up the hotel. So cut to the heroes, they've reassembled, and Edshot has the nerve to say, we narrowly escaped the explosion. You narrowly escaped the explosion? That's one thing about TV, about media. When an explosion happens, it's like less than a microsecond, literally an instant from when the pressure wave touches everything that it can touch, essentially. You don't narrowly escape an explosion unless you can teleport. I just thought that was funny. That's something we always see in media, in movies a lot, outrunning explosions. That's not how it works, but shout out Edshot for, saying something. So they skip forward a little bit more. Deku's on his mission. All Might's trying to slow him down, give him a little lunch. Deku turns around to him and says, and I quote, I can move at the same level as your 100% with no backlash. Bro, they snuck that quote into the episode real quick, but that's as important as anything that's happened this entire season. He said I can move at 100% All Might capacity with no backlash. He's fully realized. We all know how powerful All Might is. He can punch and change the weather. Like, we know what he's about. I put him above the Hulk, personally, base Hulk. Deku just casually said, yeah, I'm at your level now. Plus all these quirks, I'm good. He's up there. We always knew Deku was OP. We know he is OP. He's at the strength level of All Might now with no crazy stuff happening. Game time. So, and for whatever reason, as Deku takes off from All Might, giving him his packed lunch, we see SANE over behind a tree, straight creeping like Orochimaru style, tongue out, just there. So this is one of a couple of times they've casually shown SANE during the season. So we'll see what they do with that, but he was around creeping in the shadows. So yeah, I would say shout out SANE, but yeah, SANE was there. So Deku he's pushing everyone away now. His costume is tattered to show that he's tired, his kind of tattered mental, maybe emotional state. And he's like, everyone get away from me. Because in his mind, it's the only way to keep everyone safe from All for One and complete his mission. And I like this. I like this because it's how a young person would think. It's like, okay, we're in trouble. Let me push these people away. When that's not, what should happen at all. He should be clicked up with everyone else, strength in numbers, and they should go about it that way. But that's one of the things that makes this show so good. Everyone's not perfect all the time. And at this point in his evolution, Deku is not perfect. And that's good because you want to see that character growth. And I mean, yes, he's obsessed, keeping everyone back, and he thinks the only way he can do it is alone. That's an incorrect thought, but he has to go through that process. That's really awesome. Also, they did a flashback to that transponder message from All for One. All for One is creepy. He's also powerful. So that little I'm focused on you probably got to him a little bit on some level. So yeah, man, it's just showing character growth. That's what you want to see. So Deku gets jumped by yet another hired gun who he could class in a microsecond, especially now that he has 100% the power of All Might. Come on, man. Which also means he's stronger because of what One for All does. When he's super tired, though, and his heroes, his classmates from Class A show up to save the day. And who do we see with Bakugo? With the armor-piercing round, breaks up the crowd. That was good. Got some interaction in there. His friends are there. Super dope scene. So, at this point, they also show the title, Friend, Tomodachi, in the lower right corner. I love how they did it. It was very cinematic, waiting to show the title like basically 3/4 of the way through the episode. Super dope to give this feeling of quality. Definitely love that. So they flash back to why the heroes are there in the first place. Deku took off, and eventually they come to the conclusion that All Might, Hawks, Besto Genisto, and Deku are working together on some level. And, you know, they deduce to chase down Shigaraki and All For One. And by they, I mean Bakugo. Bakugo might actually be a genius. They've alluded to this at previous times during the show, because Deku initially looked up to him because of his power and his intelligence. And I've started reading the manga. But yeah, in their little initial class, Bakugo was the only one to pass the getting into the hero school test with, you know, all aces. He didn't, you know, miss any questions. So they show that Bakugo he acts crazy, but he's also very intelligent. Here's another moment where it's like, this dude might actually be a genius. He deduced that they were working together because of there were letters being slid under their doors, you know, kind of telling them what's going on. He's like, Best Genius is out. You know, Hawks is with them, blah, blah, blah. They must be working with All Might. All Might slipped them under the door. They've got a whole team together. One of the kids was even like, we didn't see that on the news. He was like, exactly, they're trying to keep it a secret. Bakugo broke the whole situation down instantaneously. No one else did or could. And I was like, this dude really is like legit smart. And when they get into the office, they're like, we're just going to handle this ourselves. Thanos. Bakugo, again, by knowing the personalities of Deku and All Might, he's like, Deku is the I'm fine type. No matter what's happening, he's just going to keep pushing forward, even if he like kills himself. And he's like, that's how All Might became All Might, with that I'm fine mentality. You can't leave those two together. It's going to cause like a downslide. He's 100% correct. The Dean was there and freaking Endeavor. They couldn't put that together. Bakugo might be a genius. So the conclusion of this scene was Nezu, the Dean, let Deku back into the school. He said, you know what? Bring him back. We got the walls. We can handle it. It's just better if he's here. There's more of us, which is absolutely correct. Let him come back. Oh, such a great moment in the episode. They played the music, and yeah, it had all the My Hero elements. It was just super dope. So Deku can come back. Well, who do they send? The kids. Should they have sent Endeavor? Probably, but it's a show. You know, there's some interpersonal elements with it. They know his classmates can handle it, as well as, you know, get to the heart of what Deku's dealing with. More, you know, his teachers bring him in. So they let the kids go do it. And that brings the episode to a close as it sets the stage for the next episode, Class A versus Midoriya. Okay, I'm excited for that just because we get some action. This is what you want to see, kind of the heroes getting into it a little bit to see what their powers are all about, you know, against each other. But Class A versus Midoriya, I wouldn't care if it was all the schools in Japan versus Midoriya. Y'all need to fall back. It's not going to happen. The only people on the squad who might have a ghost of a specter of a micron of a chance would be Todoroki, Bakugo to some extent. They need Lemillion's help. They need Eddie-chan. They need freaking Reverse Quirk to do anything to Deku. But it's going to be good because they're trying to reach his heart. Show him that he has friends. He doesn't have to. And he shouldn't go at it alone. So I'm super excited for the next episode. Actually pumped. I mean, Class A versus Deku, just that title gets you hyped. Let's go. That brings us to the room for improvement. Nada. I'm not going soft. Y'all saw my Ant-Man review. If something needs to get called out, I'm going to call it out. But nothing, man. There weren't any like still frames. The pacing was ideal. It had just enough action in it. The heartfelt moment when they brought Deku back to the school or they said he could come back. Just dope. That's what you want. And it had all the elements covered. A great episode. Now, this is something new I'm introducing. The moment of the episode. Because these episodes have some parts and it's just like that stand out from the rest are just crazy. And I need to point them out. So today's moment of the episode is when Deku casually said, yeah, I've reached 100% of your capacity with no backlash. Okay. So we got another All Might running around, just slightly stronger. Actually, no, a lot stronger. He has multiple quirks. Let's go. Definitely worthy of moment of the episode. So that leads us to the rating. A 15 out of 5. Yeah. Another scale-breaking episode. It had all the elements. The animation, again, was like movie quality. Had just enough action. It had the emotion, the scene where they said Deku could come back to the school. And then hyping up something as epic as Class A versus Deku himself. It had literally all the elements. Like, that's what you want. Another standout episode, broke my scale in half, actually into 3 pieces, and it's just, yeah, it's my hero. You know how we do. And that's it. That's it. We at it again. We doing it with the hype voice. Yeah, man. Check out my previous My Hero Academia review. It's the best thing on the air right now, in my opinion. TV show, cartoon, anime. My Hero is the best thing currently airing. It's just literally that good. So check that out. Check out my review for The Mandalorian, Season 1, Episode 1. Guess what? Mandalorian's the second best thing on the air. It's, man, that show is like way out there, man. It's advanced. I used that word in my review, and I used it for a reason because it's deserving. It's necessary. It's The Mandalorian. So check out my review on that. Right along that topic, actually, I have the N1 spaceship, but because I have it here on the desk, check out my Lego review of the TIE Bomber. This is one of my favorite sets. It's the favorite set that I built recently. It was just amazing. It got super high marks. I can't give you the rating. That would be a spoiler. It's got Darth Vader right there, chilling, posted up, ready to tear somebody up. Yeah, man. Lego broke their foot up in this. It's a great deal. The price is great, but to see the actual rating, you'll have to watch the episode. So check that out. TDJ Recommendations. Google Fi. I'm not sponsored. It's just the best cell phone service out there. It's got true international. If you travel, what I call true unlimited, data and minutes and all that. It's just great. The price is there. Check out Google Fi. You will not be disappointed. And Dislight, a mobile game. Who would think a mobile game would be on my recommendations? But Dislight's legit. Got the graphics, good character progression system. The character models themselves are just very well designed. It's all there. Really like Dislight. I highly recommend it. The cell phone game makes the list, so it's legit. And that's it. As I always say, because I genuinely mean it, stay up. Bless you. Never want to be this way in life. Always this way. It's the only way to go, as some might say. And that's all we got. I'm going to catch you on the next one, especially because I'm back on the reaction game. Check out some of my reactions, the recent ones. Tekken 8. Man, this 9th generation of gaming, insane. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace!